Hello, class ninth. So, today we are going to begin chapter number 9. Yes, this chapter is interesting chapter, force and laws of motion. Okay, and we already studied about the equation of motion. Yes, we already studied about the equation of motion. Yes, we know that there are three equation of motion. So we know that there are three equation of motion. Yes, v is equal to u plus a at. Yes, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Yes, we have already discussed these equation in chapter number 8. V is equal to u plus at, where v is velocity, u is initial velocity, v is final velocity, a is acceleration, t is time. So this equation is also known as velocity time relation equation. V is equal to u plus at, and the second equation is s is equal to you know that ut plus half at square, which is also known as position time equation or distance time equation. So where s is actually distance or position, you can say. U is initial velocity, t is time, and half at square, where a is acceleration and t is time. And the third equation is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Yes, where a is acceleration, s is distance, u square minus v is v square. So these are three equations. So for let me tell you one thing, kids, that from the chapter 8, numericals will definitely come, and from chapter 9 in your yearly exam numerical will definitely come. Yes, so practice both chapter. Most of the question will come from chapter number 6 and chapter number 8, chapter number 9. Okay, so practice the numerical. Yes, if you will practice the numerical, you can easily resolve. But if the school will open, I will definitely uh, uh, take a class of numericals. Okay, I will definitely take a class of numericals. Okay, which will help you to resolve them. Okay, so force and laws of motion. So in childhood you already studied what is the meaning of force. Yes, in childhood you already studied what is force. Yes, and laws of motion we studied in previous chapter 8. So this chapter is going to be very 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 easy for us. Yes, this chapter is going to be very easy for us. So don't worry, relax, and please pay attention. Okay, so now we are going to begin with the first topic, which is force. Let's move on the next point. Okay, the force. So let's study this topic, force. So what is force? You know that in childhood you might have studied um, to push or pull applied on any object is called force. Yes, you might have studied to push or pull applied on any object is called force. So uh, but here we will study little bit in detail. So as you can see the definition on the screen, as you can see the definition on the screen, force is an external effort. Yes, force is an external effort which may move a body at a rest, or stop a moving body, or change the speed of a moving body, or change the direction of a moving body, or change the shape and size of the body. Yes, so what is force? Force is a external effort. Yes, remember kids, which can bring change. Yes, change can be any kind of, maybe it can bring the change, it can stop the moving body or start the rest body. It can change the direction also, it can change the shape, direct size also. Okay, so there are many examples. For example, suppose Virat Kohli is playing the cricket. Okay, and Australian bowler is throwing the ball, then what will happen? When the bowler will throw the ball, Virat will attack on the ball, and the ball can go in any direction, and the speed of ball will also change. The speed of ball will also change, the direction of the ball will also change. Okay, yeah. So when you ride a bicycle, that time you apply the force, you apply the effort, you apply the force on the pedal, you apply the, so that's why the cycle move. If you will apply more force, then cycle will move very fast. Yes, if you apply less force, then cycle will move slow. And if you push the car, suppose the car is at rest, if you will push the car, then what will happen? If you will push the car, then what will happen? Yes, the car will start moving. Yes, okay. So the position of the body is changing. Okay. Suppose if I apply force on a table, it but it does not move from its place. Means displacement is not happening. Then it is not a force. Yes, because during when you apply the force, motion should be produced. Or if any object is not coming into rest, means you are not applying the force means when you apply effort, it should change. Yes, some changes happen. So there are some effect of force, there are some effects of forces. Effect number one is force can move a body at rest. Yes, a force can bring a moving body at rest. For example, you are riding a bicycle. Suppose you are riding a bicycle. If you apply the brake, then what will happen? The cycle will automatically stop. Yes, the cycle will automatically stop because of the brake is applied an effort. Yes, and there is also a friction force working. Because of it, the moving body will stop automatically. Yes. Point number 2. Yes, the point number 2 is force can stop a moving body. Yes, force can stop a moving body. Yes. Mm. And force can bring a body at rest. Yes. Point number 3, force can change the speed of a moving body. Yes, it can change the speed of body. Suppose you are playing football. Okay, your one team player kick the football and pass to you. Suppose suppose your one player pass the ball to you, and now you have a chance to goal. So if you have chance to goal, how will you kick? You will kick slow or you will kick fast? You will kick fast using the trick. Yes, you will kick fast, so the goalkeeper will not be able to catch. Yes, cannot stop the ball, so cannot stop the football, so you will kick the football very fast. So when you will kick the slow football, then what will happen? The football will go fast. So what is happening? The direction is changing. So force can change the speed of a moving body. Now point number 4. So point number 4 is force can change the direction of a moving body. Yes, force can change the direction of a moving body. Yes. So suppose a ball is thrown by a bowler, You are playing the cricket, suppose you are playing the cricket and a ball is throwing by a bowler, so the ball will come to you straight, the ball will come to in a straight line. But if you will kick right side or then the ball will go in right. So what is happening, the direction of ball you are changing with the help of bat. Yes, so force can change the direction. For example, wind, moving wind can also change the direction of dry leaves. So what is happening? They are also applying. And point number five. Yes, point number five is force can change the shape and size of the object. Yes, it can change the size and size of the object. Yes, just look at my mouth. Just look at my cheeks. So if I apply force on my cheeks will, what will happen? They will bulge out. Now if I mm, apply again force, then using my hand, then what will happen? They will come into their original position. Yes, this is okay. So it can change the shape and size of the object. For example, take a paper, for example, take a, do a work, take the paper from your science notebook. Yes, tear one paper from your science notebook, tear one paper from your science notebook. Yes, you can tear any paper, you can tear the notes, you can tear your work, you can tear any paper. Okay, take a paper and then crumple it. So what will happen, you will crumple, the size of paper will change and it will become round shape. So what is happening, the size and shape is changing, the size and shape is changing because of applying the force using the hand. Yes, okay. So or you can, one more example, take one pen, take your pen, take your brother's pen, take your sister pen, okay, and apply the force and break it. Okay, break it. When you will break, the size and shape will change. So what happened, size and shape has changed. Then after then your brother will fight with you or your sister will fight with you. Yes, so these are the 5 points. So point number 1, force can move a body at rest, force can stop a moving body, force can change the speed of a moving body, force can change the direction of a moving body, force can change the shape and size of the body. Yes, so these situations are possible because of force. Yes, so what is force? To push or pull any object is called force. Okay, do you know what is the unit of force? Yes, you might have studied about unit in 6th, 7th, 8th class. You have already studied. So what is unit? What is the meaning of unit? What is the meaning of unit? First tell me. Unit is a fixed quantity which is used for measurement. Unit is a fixed quantity which is used for measurement. For example, to measure the length we use meter. So meter is a SI unit which is a fixed unit. To measure the distance we use meter, and to measure the volume we use different unit, and to measure the area we use meter square. Yes, and to measure the mass we use kilogram. So kilogram is SI unit which is a fixed unit. To measure the temperature we use Kelvin. Kelvin is a fixed unit, SI unit. I know temperature is also measured in Celsius, Fahrenheit, but Kelvin is SI unit which is actually internationally accepted. To measure the distance we use meter. I know that we also use kilometer, centimeter there, but they are but meter is internationally accepted, that's why this is SI unit. So in the same way, what is the unit of force? The unit of force is Newton. Okay, I will also tell you one more unit of uh, force, okay, later. Now let's talk about the two type of forces. Let's move on the next point. Okay, four. So kids, there are two type of forces, balanced forces and unbalanced forces. Yes, there are two type of force, balanced force and unbalanced force. And suppose that your father bought what should we, which example should I give you? Okay, guitar. Suppose your father bought a guitar for you, okay, and yeah, so your father bought a guitar for you, and your younger brother came at that time, and your younger brother said to your father that I will take it, but you will tell to your younger brother that no, this is for me, but your younger brother will tell no, this is, I will take it. So you will start fighting. So what will you do? Your younger brother will hold the guitar from one side, and you will hold the guitar from another side, and you both will try to snatch it. You both will try to snatch it. Yes, but suppose uh, your younger brother is more powerful. Your younger brother is more powerful, then what will happen? He will take it. He will take it, the guitar. But now suppose again that you and your younger brother you and your younger brother both have the same power, then you will try to um, pull it from both sides. So neither your younger brother will take it, nor you will able to take it. Both will not be able to take it, and then your father will come and start shouting at you. Yes. So what is happening in this example? So if if your younger brother has more power, then he will take it. So we can say it is unbalanced force. But if your younger brother and you both have the same power, then you both will not be able to take it. So it means it is balanced force. Okay. Now let's take one more example. Suppose there is a uh, table. Suppose there is a table in your house. Okay, suppose there is a table in your house. You said to your younger brother, push the table towards you, and you are pushing the table towards your younger brother. Okay, suppose you are pushing the table towards each other. Okay, from one side your younger brother is pushing the table, and from the another side you are pushing the table. Okay, you are pushing the tables towards your younger brother, and your younger brother is pushing the table towards you. So if you both will apply the same effort, then what will happen? The table will not move from its position. Yes, the table will not move from its position. So this force is actually balanced force, because both of you are applying the same effort. But suppose you applying the more effort, and your younger brother is applying the less effort. You are applying more effort and your younger brother is applying less effort, then what will happen? Yes, definitely you can easily push the table towards your younger brother, and your younger brother will fall, and the table will fall on your younger brother. Yes, it may be possible. So what is balance force? If the two force, so what is happening? Two force are acting. Your force means your effort, and your brother force means your brother effort. So two force are acting. So if two force act on a body in opposite direction, and if the both force are equal, then the resultant force acting in a body is zero. Yes, then we can say the resultant force is zero, because both are equal, so both will cancel. So we can say both will be equal. So such forces are called balanced force. Yes, the if the two forces acting on a body in a different direction and are equal in magnitude, then the resultant force acting on is zero. Such forces are known as balance forces. Okay, as you can see in the picture, there is a body on a surface, and on this body F1 and F2 two forces are applying on opposite of each other. Yes, suppose that two forces F1 and F2 both are applying on a object or on a body in different direction in opposite to each other. But if they are equal, because F1 and F2 both are equal, so the body will not move from the surface, it will stay at one place. So we can say F1 is equal to F2, F1 is equal to F2. Yes, so it will not move. Yes, the body, the object is not moving. Well, for your kind information, let me tell you, force is denoted by F. Yes, force is denoted by F. Okay, now let's talk about the unbalanced force. Yes, what is the meaning of unbalanced force? Unbalanced force means if the force act on a body, in opposite direction, and if one force is greater than another force, then resultant force will not be equal to zero. So such forces are called unbalanced force. Yes. So unbalanced forces changes the state of rest of the motion of the body. Yes. So what is unbalanced force? Suppose there is a body, there is an object on which two forces are acting, as you can see in the picture, F1 and F2. Suppose F1 is more than F2, F1 force is more acting on a body and F2 is less acting, then what will happen? The body will move, definitely move. So we can say F1 is more than F2. Yes, I hope you understood about balanced force and unbalanced force. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now let's talk about a force. The name of force is friction, or you can say friction force. Okay, so what is friction force? Friction force is that force which opposes the motion of an object over a surface. Yes, the force that opposes the motion of an object over a surface. Yes, so what does it mean? It means that you already studied about this force in 8th class also and 7th class also. So force that apply on a body in opposite direction. Yes, the force that apply on a body in opposite direction. Yes, so if a force is pushing, suppose if any force is pushing an object forward, then that time friction force will also apply, but it will apply backward. Okay, suppose for example, you are pushing a table. Suppose you are pushing a table, that time you are applying force forward, but in at that same time one more force is applied, which cannot be seen. This force will applied on the back side, over a surface. Yes, this force is known as friction force. You know, when you walk, your legs are moving forward, so you are applying force forward, but at the same time the friction force is moving, also working, which is moving backside. Yes, when you walk, you can easily walk because of friction force. Yes, you stop easily because of friction force. When you ride a bicycle, then suddenly you apply a brake, the brake, then the suppose you are riding the bicycle in a soil. Okay, let's take it in a different way. Suppose you are riding a bicycle in a different you are riding a bicycle in soil. Okay, suppose you are riding a bicycle in a soil, then can you easily ride the bicycle in the soil? No, you cannot ride it easily. Why? Because that time, when you are riding bicycle forward, that time friction force is applying backward. because the soil is a rough surface. In a rough surface, friction force is always more. In a smooth surface, friction force is always less. That's why when you will ride the bicycle in a soil which is actually a rough surface, that time friction force will act. So friction force will act more, so it can easily, it will pull, it will oppose the motion, it will try to stop the motion, it stop the motion. Yes, friction force always try to stop the motion. So that's why you will not able to easily ride the bicycle. Okay, one more work you can do. Let's take a ball and throw on the surface, so it will drag. Okay, so after some time the ball will stop automatically. Why did the ball stop? Because that time a force is applied in backward which is trying to stop the motion, oppose the motion of an object over a surface. That's why the ball stop automatically. It happens because of friction force. Yes, so I hope you understood. Friction is a force which opposes the motion of an object. Example, a ball rolling on a ground gradually slow down and come to stop due to force of friction. Yes, a ball which rolling on a ground slowly then gradually it stop because of friction force, because it applying on the backward side. But uh, on the rough surface, take two ball. Okay, do a work, take two a ball, do a work, take two ball, one ball, roll on the rough ground, one ball roll on the rough ground and another ball roll on the smooth ground. One ball roll on the rough ground and another ball roll on the smooth ground. Then which ball will stop first? Which ball stop at first? Yes, definitely the ball which is rolling on the rough ground will stop first, but the ball which is rolling on the smooth ground will stop later. Why? Because on the smooth surface friction force apply less, so it will try to push, it will try to pull back. But on a rough surface, because of smooth surface, the friction force which will work on the ball is less. But on rough surface, the friction force which will work on the ball, it is more. That's why it will easily oppose the motion, it will stop the body. Okay, and if we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slow down and comes to stop. Yes, if we stop pedaling, then after some time what will happen? The friction force will start working and slowly the bike will slow, and then at last it will stop automatically. Yes, automatically. Yes, so an object with uniform motion, will continue to move with uniform motion if the force acting on it, pushing or pulling, whatever, and friction force also are balanced. Okay, so suppose on any body, if any body on which force is acting, if the form and if the uniform, if the force is acting on it and it is in uniform motion, then it will move continue, and we can say that both that the force are balanced force. Means in that condition, pushing force and friction force both are balanced. So an object with uniform motion will move continue with uniform motion, and then if the force acting on it. If an unbalanced force act on it, if the unbalanced force will act, then its speed and direction of motion will change. Yes, if the unbalanced force is removed, suppose if the unbalanced force is removed, then what will happen? And then it will continue to move with the speed it had required till then. Yes, okay, and it will continue to move. Yes, I hope you understood about the friction force. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number 1: define force, write the effect of force. Yes, what is force? Force is an external effort which may move a body at a rest or stop the moving body, or you can say to push or pull on an object is called force. Yes, to push or pull an object is called force. So what are the effect of force? Yes, effect number one, force can move a body at rest. Effect number two, force can stop a moving body. Effect number three, force can change the speed of a moving body. Effect number four, force can change the direction of a moving body. Effect number five, force can change the shape and size of the moving body. Question number two. Question number two is, what are balanced and unbalanced force? What are balanced and unbalanced? So yes, balanced force. If the two force act on a body in opposite direction, and if both force are in equal in magnitude, then resultant force acting on the body will be zero. Then such forces are called balanced. And what is the meaning of unbalanced force? If the forces act on a body are in different direction, are unequal in magnitude, then the resultant force is not equal to zero, and such forces are called unbalanced. Okay. So balanced force cannot change the state of a body. Yes, if the body is in rest, it will always remain in rest. If the body is in motion, it will always remain in motion. But if the unbalanced force can change the state of rest or motion of the body. Okay. Question number three. Explain friction with example. Yes, what is force of friction? So force of friction is the force in which oppose the motion of an object over the surface. Yes, the force which applied in opposite direction, which oppose the motion of the object over a surface. Yes, for example, a ball rolling on a ground gradually slow down and comes to a stop due to friction, and if we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slow down and comes to stop due to friction. Yes, so an object with uniform motion will continue to move with uniform motion if the force acting on it, yes, if the force acting on it are balanced. If the force are balanced, then object will be uniform motion, and it will continue move. Okay. If it is unbalanced, then then what will happen? If an unbalanced force act on a moving body, then its speed or direction of motion will change. Yes, I hope you understood. Now in next class we will study something new topic. Yes, we will study a new topic which is called inertia. Okay, we will meet in next class. Till then, bye bye.